Hey, Zachyipoo! I'm back again. Wanted to follow up on my last video about coming out. It's kind of it's a sensitive matter, and in all seriousness, it's a hard thing to do, and it's a personal struggle, and there's a lot of things involved, and it's emotionally draining, and it is the toughest thing I've ever done yet in my 16 years of life. So, I mean, I came on August 18th, this year, 2012, August of 2012, and I knew I was gay. And my longest recollection would have to be 6, and I know some people, can go younger, some people can go older and be like, "Oh, you're 6? How do you think that?" And 6 because I was at a camp, and a nature camp. Shit, the only thing we ever did was walk up a mountain, walk back down, and play outside. But hey, it was nature. Nature. Mom could have done it in my backyard, but hey, you gotta do it. But whatever. But yeah, there was this counselor there, and he would work there, and I remember everybody else would be playing and everything like that, and I'd be playing, but I would stop, and he's just the darnest cutest thing I've ever seen, and I would stop, and I would remember, my heart going bump, 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 bump every time I saw him, and I was just, that's not normal. That's not normal. And I'd always think that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. And I didn't even know what gay was, but I knew that there was something going on that, isn't the average bear. I'm so corny, but yeah. And I went through elementary school knowing I was different, knowing that, yeah, girls, yay, yay. No, deep down inside, I never really got the motors running like, if anyone else would tell you. And, knew I was different, but, sexuality and stuff like that and everything doesn't really matter in elementary school. It shouldn't matter in elementary school. I mean, 2012, everybody's like YOLOing up, There's kids with Twitter accounts who are like 6 years old. I'm like, you know what I did when I was 6? Whatever. But I'm getting off track again. Yeah. And I went to middle school, and I guess I was fluctuating, puberty and hormones, and I was 12 in 6th grade, and I would get bashed all the time saying, "You're so gay. Oh, do you know that Zach kid? He's so gay, that Zachyipoo kid." And I'm like, and I was just beginning to know what gay was. And I didn't really know what it was, but I knew it was wrong, supposedly. Wrong about it, but I thought it was wrong, and I thought that it was looked down upon. It was against my religion, and I knew it wasn't the typical average thing, normal. You would find it every day, your everyday bitch. But it was tough, and I grew layers and masks, and I would hide it, and I was like, oh, let's get more masculine, and I joined a sports team, wrestling in particular, but that had no gay emotions behind it because that was typically all sport to me. If you could talk to anyone who was gay and was in sports, they would all tell you, oh, you never think that way. They're your teammates. You think of them as your brothers. You go through practice, you blood, sweat, and tears, yada 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 yada. Did that freshman year too, but kind of stopped. It wasn't my cup of tea anymore. But anyway, I'll track again. But try to masculine myself, try to put on these layers and layers of masks, and not being true to who I really am. Like, I talk with my hands. Then I wouldn't talk with my hands. Pluses, being true to yourself. But it was tough, and I just started to really break down all the time, and I would want to cry, and it was tough because it's always tough living a life that's not yours. It wasn't mine. It was the fake Zachyipoo's life. It wasn't my life. It wasn't my life. It was the fake Zachyipoo's, not the real Zachyipoo's. And moving on, I would cry. I would cry myself to sleep at night. I'd think, why me? Why? And I'm religious. I grew up in a very, very Catholic family. What's going on? I grew up in a very, very Catholic family. Sorry, my computer just kind of, never mind. I grew up in a very, very Catholic family, and to be gay is not normal, but whatever. But I finally, and it was a constant struggle. But I finally came finally came to it myself. Like, I was on the phone with my girlfriend, friend, not girlfriend, but girl that happens to be a friend. Oh, one of my best friends, and we're talking on the phone and we're hanging, and we're doing hard questions on the computer, and one was, if you died tomorrow, what would be your biggest regret? And I sat there, and they all answered, and I was like, damn, I can't say what I really want to say, because mine would be not being true to myself. And that's what killed me inside. That I couldn't be true to myself, because I was fake to myself. And this is summer of freshman year going into sophomore year. And I just kind of broke down. I said, oh, I'm tired, I'm going to bed. And so I went to bed. Broke down, got on that bed, and bitched out and cried. But yeah, it was tough. And I woke up the next morning, and I felt... And when you come out, people say, when it's time, And I I don't want to be melodramatic, but I woke up and I felt this overwhelming peace. And as religious as I am, I was like, I don't understand how God could hate somebody for being gay. And you can use every verse of the Bible on me and yada, 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 yada. Well, hey, honey, you're not supposed to wear long pants in church. And it's somewhere in the Bible, I think it says slavery is allowed and women aren't equals. And yeah, well, rant for another time. But yeah. And I finally came out to my mom August 18th, and I texted her. I was like, Mom, I have something to tell you. And I texted her, and I was just like, can we get it away? Can we get out of the house? Yada, yada, yada. And she was cooking dinner, but magically, I don't know how it happened, and never happens in my household, but my sister went to take a shower, and she takes showers. And my brother went on the Xbox. When he's on there, he's long gone. And my brother and my dad went to play baseball across the street. So I was like, bygones, bye. And she was like, oh, let's go in the back. And we have, this little room in the back. And we were talking, and it was just us. And I told her, and she guessed it. It was tough. I couldn't say the word. She had to guess it. I made her guess. But it was real tough. I still emotional when I think about it. But we cried. We cried it out, but she loved me. And as any good mother do, God bless, I'm so blessed, she accepted it. And she was like, oh, I gotta tell your dad. And I was just like, do we have to? I ain't ready for that. I was not ready. And I wasn't. I was. But I was chickening out. I was just like, oh, really? Took one step, for mankind today. Can't I wait for, take the other one for tomorrow or something, or maybe never. But she was like, no, I gotta tell your dad. And so I told my sister. She came out back, and we told her too. And she's almost a joke, but joke's on her. But yeah, we went to dinner, and we sat down, and we were talking, and I finally came out. I started the conversation wrong. I was like, Dad, do you think gays go to hell? And my mom flipped shit. She was like, that is not how you start the conversation. And I was just like, sorry. So I started it, and overall it went well. They had a lot of questions, and it went well. I know it's not easy, and it's hard, and it's gonna be one of the hardest things you'll ever do, and it's the most liberating thing I've ever done. And I don't want anyone to be afraid like I was. People shouldn't be afraid. And you come out in your own time, and when you think you're ready yourself. But, honey, I want to let you know that there's millions of you. We're calling everywhere. We're everywhere. Believe me. You just gotta look under the right rock and go, oh, hell, they've been here the whole time. Oh, put you back down. We're everywhere. But I want you to know that there's nothing wrong with you. And that you're loved, and I love you, and there's people out there who love you, and they accept you, and you might not feel it now, and it takes people a certain amount of time to feel it, but you will in turn and in time learn to love yourself and to find out that who you are is a beautiful thing, and there is nothing wrong with it. And I want, from the bottom of my heart, I want you to know there's nothing wrong with it. I'm getting a little emotional. But when it's your time, and you'll know. And if you're confused, by all means, take your time. There is no rush whatsoever. It's just that I kind of knew, so I was just like trying to come out of the diva closet. And I'm not really that flamboyant. I think I'm more flamboyant on here than I am in life, but I feel comfortable around you guys. What can I say? But that was my experience, and I hope that I can inspire anyone to take the journey and take part of their own. And remember that there are people like you, and it gets better. I know I came out in August, and people might not all know yet. Oh, not everybody knows yet. I told the school, I was like, oh, my friends, like, oh, yeah, tell everybody. Didn't get around, or at least it didn't get to my ear. So I'm not 100% out yet. So I can't really say it gets better, because I feel like, before the bus hits me, I can't really be like, it gets better, because I don't know. But I do know, for one thing, from hearing from others and interpreting it under myself, it will get better. It does get better. People will love you, and days will be brighter, and it just gets better. And remember, Zachyipoo loves you. See ya.